rumor has it that people that struggle financially, they just need to work harder. Let's just go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. I know you see her, and if your imagination is anything like mine, you're intrigued by her sight, and by all means want to know why I chose to take my stance in front of her. Every morning when I wake up, I thank God for everything I have. Then, when I open my eyes, I see my elephant standing bold, bright, and confident in a place that she doesn't belong. It reminds me to be courageous in my dealings, to stand up and stand out while being who I am. I don't fit in, and I'm okay with it. I'm living my dream. As a kid, I wanted to be the lunch lady. I watched the lunch ladies as they kneaded bread and picked beans with a curious eye. As they fixed trays, I was fascinated watching mashed potatoes disappear under a waterfall of gravy. After lunch, I stood there gazing as they dumped trays and pushed them through the dishwasher. I even told my favorite lunch lady, one day, I'm gonna take your job. And guess what? About 15 years later, I really did. I'm living my dream. I'm that lunch lady. I hold in my hands the gift of nutritious school meals. Every day, I do what I love. I flip the switch, lighting the biggest calf in my district. All morning, I listen to the roar of the oven and the sound of pots and pans clashing. But my favorite part, it's at 7:30 when I unlock the door to hundreds of smiling faces that ask, Miss Arnetta, what's for breakfast? Now, let's get to the invisible elephant. It's overwhelming at the end of the day when I return home. I'm forced to stretch cents to make dollars to feed my family. I'm a single parent with a single income, and my child qualifies for the same free lunch that most of my students qualify for. Once a month, I'm gifted with a huge lump sum of cash. That's my reward for faithfully working my 36.5 hours a week. That's not including any time I stayed over to finish my work. Reports, orders, trucks that were late, or something I spied with my little eye that wasn't clean, so I took care of it because it just has to be perfect. Then there's the extra 1.5 that I pick up to cover the gas for my big rig. When the 15th hits and I compare my bills to my checking account, the books won't ever balance. I can only laugh sarcastically when they tell me that I just need to work harder. Ha, ha, ha. Dang it, I'm already a chemist, a mathematical genius, a history teacher, an artist, a herbalist, a therapist that just so happens to be a DJ on special occasions, an expert on import and export of merchandise, and sometimes I'm even a freaking bodyguard. But my ID, it simply says, the lunch lady. Oh, and I forgot, I'm a comedian too. And my check stub, it's my next joke. It's so funny, it leaves tears in my eyes. Let me dry my tears on my one-ply tissue. Before my dream was tainted by this nightmare called real life, I thought my career choice was an excellent idea. But now, I'm the elephant in the room. I'm surrounded by my classmates' grannies, and they're letting me lick the spoon. I vision this as a steady income, stability, and room to grow. But the sun, it doesn't shine on this side. My dream job doesn't even afford me to dream of living lavishly. It shows me that yes, you can get health insurance, but you can't go to the doctor because you can't afford the copay and the meds in your budget this week. Or, no, you can't get a new car off the lot, but if you save, you can get one off the Facebook marketplace. My reality is I'm only working to pay lights, water, rent, gas, and repeat in 30 days. When I asked to change my payment date, the mayor just smiled and said, Arnetta, you've got to budget better. Save, 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 save. I'm sure I'll explode if I hear it one more time. It ain't even possible when you're already 5 days, 5 steps, and 5 thoughts behind. Friends have suggested getting another job, but that just adds another bill on the counter for childcare. So what does one do when challenged with getting blood from a turnip? I'm open to realistic suggestions, because working harder ain't it. What do you want me to do? See, I've already tried seeking help, and after they find out where you work, they give you the bare minimum and they look at you sideways. I'd rather do without than to be shamed. I think to myself, these are almost the crumbs that we sit down to the table to. The same loaf of bread is toast in the morning, croutons at lunch, and a hot dog bun at dinner. I'm already saving what I can, so you may as well save those pitiful words for someone that cares. I've learned to coupon and shop sales, to buy in bulk, to shop the clearance racks, buy out of season. Hand-me-downs are a blessing, and the Goodwill, if you take your time, you'll find some really good deals, some with the tag still on. I've also learned so much from DIY, from Pinterest and YouTube, from decorating to changing a tire, arts and crafts. Shucks, because of them, I'm a gifted artist, beautician, makeup artist, and a culinary expert. So, as the elephant of this room, I stand boldly to say, we are the essential workers, because we have to feed our kids. No one else will. We need to make a livable wage. We're already working hard enough, and our salaries don't reflect it. Who am I? Arnetta K. Lunch lady by day, Alice by life. Asset limited, income constrained, employee.